Hello to you. I'm Jesse R. Johnson. I'll be speaking to you today about the Earth, what the Earth looks like as a whole. This is a short video exposition. This video is to give as correct a description as possible of what the Earth looks like as a whole, gathered from completely public information, records, and charts. Everything said in this video can be researched. All that's needed to prove a flat Earth is water, nothing else. What does our whole Earth look like? As far as I know, no human knows. No one. There are no public photos of the whole Earth. None. Only computer-generated distorted images presenting the falsehood of a spherical Earth given to the gullible billions and told it looks like this. It does not. This is a description. This is a deception against every human by those in power who intend to keep that power and keep you at the bottom. Those in power with secret elite clubs and secret societies do not care about you. You are called by them a disposable human. One of their programs is to have you accept the Earth as a sphere. It is not. A sphere is round, but so is a training wheel. One way to make the Earth look like it's a sphere is to fold an azimuthal equidistant map at the Tropic of Cancer or equator into a sphere and use those measurements to describe a whole spherical Earth. The surface of the Earth is flat. You've been indoctrinated to blindly trust the monstrous elites and to override your own experience for their lies. How does one find out truth while drowning in lies? By research and lots of it. Do not downplay or trivialize this. You do it to the hurt of all of us. Any inconsiderate or disrespectful comments will be removed. The human world is in a horrible, dreadful state. Human beings started curving maps to look like a sphere in the late 1500s and started changing the maps to look spherical about the years 1590 to 1600. Go through ancient maps to research this. They, the elite that is, removed the central North Polar lands, which are made of four large, almost continent-sized land masses with four gigantic rivers separating them that move towards a large hole at the exact center of the central North Pole with a mountain at its center. You will not find this on modern maps, but only on maps of 1300 to 1599. Now, who are those people for 600 years that's been exploiting millions and now the billions with an impossible spherical Earth? Here's a short list and when they were founded. Number 1, Skull and Bones, 1832. Number 2, Freemasons, 1717. 3, Rosicrucians, Rose Cross, late 1300s. Number 4, Ordo Templis Orientis, 1904. Number 4, Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, early 1800s. Number 6, Knights Templar, early 1100s. Number 7, Illuminati Perfectibilis, 1776. Number 8, Bilderberg Group, 1954. Number 9, Priori of Zion, 1956. Number 10, Opus Dei, 1928. Number 11, from the 1500s to today are the Western governments and Eastern governments, religions, the elites of the world's educational systems, economic elites, justice system elites, and many others. These are the definitions of the word plane and planet, a T added to the word plane and its related meanings. Number 1, plane, P-L-A-N-E. A flat or level surface. A surface produced by a straight line moving in respects to a fixed point from Middle English and Middle French. Number 2, level, L-E-V-E-L, having no part higher than another, having a flat or even surface, being in a plane parallel to the plane of the horizon. Number 3, surveyor level, an instrument for observing levels, having a telescopic sighting and capable of being made precisely horizontal with reference to land, water, and country. Number 4, contour line, a line joining points of equal elevation on a surface. Number 5, sea level, the seas having flat and level surfaces used for practical navigation activities. Number 6, plain sailing, to sail without reference to any earth curvature. Number 7, planet, a wandering star, wandering erratic on a level plane. From Old French, Middle English, late Latin, and Greek. Number 8, astrolabes. That's A-S-T-R-O-L-A-B-E-S. This is an instrument able to accurately reproduce the motions of all celestial bodies over flat circular plane surfaces. There are 10 types of map projections. These are found in virtually all World Atlas books. This here is a short list of them. I'm going to show you an illustration and say their names. Hold on, I'm going to change the position of the camera. The first map projection is number 1, written on the side of each map projection. Number 1 is a Lambert azimuthal. Number 2 is an Albers conic. Number 3 is an azimuthal equidistant. Number 4 is an orthographic. Number 5 is a Mauler-wide map projection. Number 6 is a Winkel triple. Number 7 is a Mercator. Number 8 is an interrupted good homolysin. Number 9 is an Eckert equal area. And number 10 is a Buckminster-Fuller map projection. This here is a short list I'm going to show you of voyages. Hold on, please. A short list of voyages. Now, these are voyages to the South Polar Ring and the Central North Pole. To the South Polar Ring, J. Barrington, Captain Cook, Admiral Byrd, James Clark Ross, Chinese expeditions, and the dates and years these were taken in. Central North Pole, Olaf Jensen, Admiral Perry, Admiral Byrd, Eskimos, Coastal Trail Route North. Colonel B. Woodard, 6 Germans, Nordics, Indians, and Swedes, and a few of the years in which this took place. This here is a short list to and beyond the so-called North and South Poles and those dates. Now, at this time of rockets, jets, airplanes, and boats of every type, there should be only one single map projection for all things. The brainwashing continues. There are 5 basic principles used in this video. Number one, a flat Earth and the EFF, or Earth Field Forces, allows all things known. A spherical Earth and gravity does not work and allows nothing real. Number 2, longitude and latitude on a spherical Earth does not work, but on a flat Earth does work. Number 3, world militaries must have maps which describe the Earth as it is to make and win wars. Number 4, the Earth is in fact much larger than you and billions like you have ever been told. Number 5, we are at the center of the universe because everywhere is the center of the universe. And we are the most significant because it's all significant. But we are not significant when we are species genocidal and eco-genocidal as we've become. Now, to construct the Earth's description, information from all of these sources are used. Hold on, please. I'm going to show you. As you can see, expeditions. Number 2, World Navies, Air Forces, and Airlines. Number 3, United Nations description of the Earth. Number 4, WSG 84 in the Department of Defense. Number 5, World Maps. Number 6, Photos of the Earth. Number 7, Land surveying of train rails, bridges, pipes, and so on. Number 8, Ocean surveying. Number 9, Cartography, that's map making. Number 10, Seismology. Number 11, Geology. Number 12, Contradictions in the different Earth models. Number 13, Extrapolations. Number 14, World Mythology from 6000 BC to 2016. Now, these are the sources that what I'm going to show you in illustrations was taken from. There are four definitions of the Earth. I'm going to show them to you. Hold on, please. 4 definitions of the Earth. Now, the first definition of the Earth is a 98% azimuthal equidistant, 1% molar-wide, 1% homolescent flat plane top surface of an approximate 0.1% minute and minor disc-shaped plane elliptical system, a fixed, stationary, non-moving, non-rotating, 3-dimensional platform with a flat top surface and extremely probable flat bottom surface and round but flat edge surface. On the top surface are two polar rings of a concentric inner polar ring surrounding a central north magnetic pole and a outer polar ring surrounding the edge of an approximate disc-shaped platform system with at least 2 to 4 small suns and 2 to 4 small moons on planar circular paths on top, bottom edge, and interior hollow middle insides surfaces. This here's the second definition. A minute approximate 0.1% plain elliptical 99.9% flawless coin-shaped disc platform, circular at the edge and congruent at sea level, having a ceiling made of layers of powerful repulsive fields, electrofields, magnetic fields of several hundred octaves in frequencies, or an electromagnetic field of octave braids and trapped plasma over and containing a platform from which it derives its structure, with 4 or several type anthropoid species inhabiting the different surfaces of the total disk, and millions of other species of plants, animals, bacteria, viruses, and funguses inhabiting the total general platform of contoured surfaces of seas, oceans, islands, and 38 continents on top, bottom, edges, and internal hollows of the platform system. Hold on, please. Now, definition 3, an approximate disc or coin-shaped platform that's hollow within, having 2 to 4 small suns and 2 to 4 small moons, 2 of those suns and 2 of those moons on the top surface, and probably 2 suns and 2 moons under its bottom surfaces, and 1 certain sun in its hollow inside, and a probable second in the platform's inside hollows. A probable sun circling its edge, of which a certain sun and a certain moon seems to be fabricated in part or parts. A disk platform made of 38 continents and vast oceans on a top surface. Hold on, please. I'm going to put the 4th definition. This here is my own experience. Now, the earth is a flat platform plane of vast level oceans and vast level contoured land masses, several dozens of feet above those flat ocean levels. A straight, flat horizon in every direction, seen for dozens to hundreds of miles seemingly, without horizontal end, with 0% curvature in all and every direction of north, south, east, and west, no matter how far one looks with a telescope and zoom lens camera, and no matter how high one goes up in an airplane. The straight, flat horizon rises and stays at eye and pupil level, which is an impossibility on a spherical or any curved surface a few thousand miles in circumference. No arguments on this is accepted. All arguments are void on this particular one. Hold on, please. Now, from all of this information, this here coming up is a visual image of what the whole earth looks like to an extremely high probability of 80 to 85%. Please hold on. Now, what you are seeing is the first polar ring here and the second polar ring. What you are seeing here is South America, North America, Africa, and Asia, along with Australia. This is approximately what it looks like. This is a flat plane. And here are Barrington's Land, and here is a ice wall passage. Right here, an ice wall passage in which J. Barrington passed through and made it to a continent here. This here was taken by A admiral in the United States Navy in the 1940s passed over the South Polar Ring, passed over, not the South Polar Ring, because the Polar Ring is south, west, east, and north, with a central North Pole, polar region right here, a central north, right here in the center. South, east, west, north, and central north here. Started from San Francisco, went over the Polar Ring, and wound up here in Admiral Byrd land, beyond the pole, on the other side of the South Pole. He's not talking about the North Pole. Now, this here is the approximate size. This is approximate size of the Earth as a whole, as far as I have been able to determine. The average, this is average circumference is 172.7 thousand miles. Average diameter 55,000 miles. Average radius 27.5 thousand miles. This here is a top view of the Earth, of what it looks like if you were approximately 50,000 miles above its surface. You would see something that looks like this. Hold on, please. Now, this here is a side view of the Earth, a what's called a side view, but I can't remember it, but nonetheless, this here is Barrington's land. This here is Admiral Byrd land, here, right here. This is where we live. This is here is the first polar ring. This here is the second polar ring. The first polar ring, we live right up in here, human people. This here is our central North Pole, Right here is the central South Pole. Over here is the southerly direction. Here is the northerly direction, and the east-westerly direction comes out of the page, and the easterly direction goes into the page. Right here is where human people live. At Olaf's Hollow entrance, there's an entrance at the central North Pole. Inside of that entrance are what's called the tall people, the big-head people, and the big-eyed people. This here are suns. A sun, a small sun above our surface here that we see every day, almost every day, and the sun over here in the outer parts of the Earth. This here, if you look, is a question mark here, and there over under this sun, and that means that's probable. Here is a sun within our hollow Earth here, and here is a most probable. I did not put a question mark, but there is most probably a second one, and there is most probably a one here at the bottom of our Earth. This here is the red outlines here are the magnetic field of this Earth. The magnetic field of this Earth. This is called, and this right here, the dotted line, is the Earth's field force center of force. This is the reverse magnetic field line right here. That means on the surface, if you go under here, the magnetic field right here would be an extremely difficult point to pass by. Right up in here, the dotted line. This here is surface A, surface B, surface C, surface D, and surface E. This is here the magnetic flux lines, right here. This is what the Earth looks like from the side, as far as I have been able to determine. Within the hollow, the thickness of the Earth's crust is approximately 300 to 400 miles thick, and there is a gigantic inside. The big head people have what's called flying saucers. The big-eyed people have what's called flying saucers. The tall people, I do not know yet. The human people do have flying saucers, but their societies are inferior. Therefore, they keep these things secret from each other. Big-head people live in superior societies. The big-eyed people live in superior societies, and the tall people live in superior societies, but the human people on our surface living in inferior societies. Now, this here is what the earth looks like as a whole, most probable of upwards of 85%. And I want to thank everyone for listening and watching, and have a very good day.